How's it going there? Welcome to Morgan Khan Show. I am your host, Morgan Khan, and today we're going to be talking about a few things. Really just kind of want to go over a little bit of gaming history, some Twitch streamers, and the situation on twitching and streaming from what I've gathered as an aspiring broadcaster I've been in the broadcast business for a while. Not professionally or anything, but I've been making videos since I was like 11 and 12 years old. I've been in the game, but I didn't get to go professional or anything. I bit my tongue the other day, so I'm kind of trying to pace myself. I'm watching YouTube, and ironically, this video pops up about this guy named Soda Poppin'. From what I've seen, he's not a very nice guy, nowadays at least. Seems like a pretty famous and well-liked person. Generically speaking, this isn't a personal thing, but in my opinion, it's not very professional the way that they carry themselves anymore. They got, in the past, they did this and it was awesome and people are loving it, but now it's very controversial with how people are treated with the donations and the money that they use. This next clip that I'm about to show you is an example of what they become when they get all this money.
I think people should know by now. I'm going to be honest because I was a bio major and you should listen to me. But children that have cancer are going to die. And they're meant to die. I'm sorry. If you get cancer, and I'm not being mean, I'm not being an asshole. And I think all of us know a child in our family or a secondary family that has died of it. But the reason why children under the...
Number 3. Trick2G fake swatting. We all know that swatting is a very serious issue in the Twitch and YouTube world, as many famous people have SWAT teams breaking down their doors with assault rifles pointing at them. Trick2G thought he could stir a bit of controversy when he faked his swatting so people would talk about it. Of course, people found out that him being swatted was actually fake, and because he pulled this stunt, Twitch actually banned him from streaming on their website for a certain amount of time. Him faking a swatting horribly backfired on him, and that's why he takes our number 3 spot. Number 2. Streamer loses $100,000. If you don't know who Summit is, essentially he's a really famous Twitch streamer, and he used to gamble on CSGO websites before it was banned. He was gambling on the website CSGO Diamonds, which I want to say right now that website is super sketchy. Essentially, Summit was doing a ton of risky $5,000 bets. Within a matter of minutes, he lost so many bets that his entire $100,000 inventory was gone. It really leaves you the question, was this rigged for controversy, or did he actually lose all that money?
It's only 35K down the drain. Why didn't we go with unders? Why didn't we go with unders? This is insane. I'm full bet. I'm full tilt. Now it's winning overs. It's alright. It's only $5,000.
Was gambling $100,000 on Counter-Strike Go Diamonds or some Counter-Strike gambling website. And this correlates to gaming history, So, these streamers consistently mess up by leaving their broadcasts open, not really thinking about the consequences, and they're just doing it for the money. Legendary Leah and Soda Poppin' were talking smack about some people. That's highly unprofessional. And he's having adult film stars on his show. Bottom line, I have a son. I don't know if he has children, but my son watches streamers. My son watches YouTube. one day my son might watch my own videos here. Okay? My point is that in the end, there is a time and place for everything, but YouTube shouldn't be so open to these things. Like, I don't care. I mean, YouTube's gonna do what they're gonna do, but my point is that the dude knows what he's doing, and people are gonna hate on what I'm saying. People are gonna hate on what he's saying, and it don't matter. They watch these streams for the games, man, not these people, not their money spending habits, and it's just not professional, man. It was just a different time and place, like, before all of this. For instance, just short and sweet, I grew up 10, 11 years old watching G4 on Dish Network, and back in my day, we didn't have no Twitch. We didn't have YouTube. YouTube barely came out in like 2006, was it? 2005? I remember my brother was rocking YouTube on a PSP, and people thought that was the money, man. That was it. PSP, you had your micro SD card, 250 megabyte. That was before gigabytes were even a big deal. You know, you had hundreds of megabytes to work with, and these things were like minuscule. If you lost it, you were done, dude. Like, that was it. And I had just a little rinky-dink Creative Movo FM radio thing. It's somewhere around here. It's broken. I need to take it to a computer repair shop because I don't have the equipment to fix it. Otherwise, I would attempt. USB broke off of it. But MP3 players, this is before iPods were a big deal. Okay? And, you know, I had G4 TV. Now, on G4, there was a show that I would watch religiously called Cinematech. Cinematech showed strictly game footage. Not a word was said, dude. Not a word. It was like the holy moments of gaming. Like, what you saw is what you got. Just like when you go to upload footage without any editing at all from your Xbox to YouTube through the YouTube app on the Xbox One, on how fancy it is now. Like, you got all this crazy stuff, and it's not the same like it used to be 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, okay? So, fast forward now, we got all these people, PewDiePie and this soda poppin' dude and all these people, man. Like, we had something great going, and now it's either like a make or break for a lot of people. Like, supposedly, like, PewDiePie's questioned his, you know, broadcasting, and a lot of people have been like, I don't know if I want to do it, or I don't like the fame, or whatever. Instead of using the money that they got to do something great, they're all, you know, buying caddies and Ferraris and houses and boats, or whatever the hell they're buying, man. But to me, I miss the golden age of gaming, and it's the games that I grew up with. I grew up playing Super Mario 3 on the Famicom. You know, the regular, you know, Europeans and Asians call it the Famicom. Americans call it the Nintendo Entertainment System. The regular classic NES Nintendo. Correct me if I'm wrong if it's not called the Famicom, but you know, there was in Europe and Japan, if I'm not mistaken, TVs that had the Nintendo built into it because it was supposed to be a family, the family entertainment computer. That is why it was kind of coined Famicom, Family Computer Entertainment System, or something like that. Well, Super Mario 3, it was going down, man. Like, you know, my mom worked really hard, and she was always working hard, man. And I would hang out with my grandma a lot. So we would play, and I would ask my grandma, hey, can you read me what the King Toadstool's telling Mario and, you know, the story and what's going on? Like, this story of Mario and his journey for this magic wand to restore order in the Mushroom Kingdom, That was important to me, man. And there wasn't people telling me how it was, or be like, "Hey, can you donate to have me glitch the game, or pick the next song track, or if you donate money, I'll spin in my chair until I throw up." Like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I'd rather work hard for my money and go out there and do something than like, I'm gonna charge you. If YouTube wants to pay me for making videos, that's one thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a mutual relationship. Me and the viewers like y'all, between uploading videos and Google allowing us, in collaboration with the YouTube people that own YouTube, to upload videos. We do ourselves a favor, both of us. And so what we need to do is to respect what they've done by not treating it like absolute trash, like a lot of people have. Like I said, I grew up on the Nintendo. My mom grew up in the Namco. The age of Namco is what I want to call it, because there was different ages. Like, you had your age of Capcom, you had your age of Konami. Pitfall 2, man. This game right here kind of changed the way adventure games were played. It's like Uncharted. It's led to Uncharted. Atari had so many great titles, just like the Centipede. The 80s, they were pretty much like the standard of gaming. Like, when Atari was the authority of games, everybody aspired to be like this. The Centipede, it's still a great heavyweight contender still to this day. Even Donkey Kong, Mario and Donkey Kong, before they were bought by Nintendo, or at least licensed by them and stuff. These games were amazing. I still have my Donkey Kong cartridge. I don't know about y'all, but I'm never letting go of these games, man. They're always going to have a special place in my heart. And especially the Mario Brothers. Man, this game, I would play it all the time. You hit the little POW sign right there at the beginning of the games. Good stuff, man. The footage seen here is a perfect example of what I mean by the age of Namco. A lot of this footage, Centipede and some Pac-Man and some Galaga that I'm going to show y'all, is exactly the games that my mom used to grow up playing before the PlayStations, the Xboxes, the Nintendos. Before any of that stuff even mattered, these games, you had to get out of your house, go travel to the arcade to enjoy at a quality place, sort of, at least. Until they were ported to consoles that could actually handle them somewhat. I mean, Nintendo, I know, had Pac-Man cartridges. Never seen any asteroids, but for the most part, a lot of these games, people got together, like Monopoly style. That you got together with your buddies, you went to the arcade, you spent your quarters, had some pizzas, some soda pop, whatever, and had a good time. It just isn't like this anymore. Games aren't being made like this. People aren't spending time together playing these games anymore. I'm even guilty of it, not spending enough time with my grandmother playing her favorite game. Long story short, it's just sad to see there's no connection with games anymore. It's always just by yourself. So the good old days of Konami, sure, a lot of people enjoyed some good old Metal Gear on the PlayStation and some of these other titles I never really played, but I did enjoy the Flashback series on the 360 with their arcade renditions of Frogger, and the Russian Attack, which I personally had a copy of for the NES growing up. My first game that I got for Christmas. I was super excited about it. I used to play it with my grandma, as well as the Super Mario 3 game a lot, including that Ninja Turtles game. I think it was number two. Number two and maybe number three. I don't remember, but those Ninja Turtle games were awesome. Russian Attack was awesome, and Konami has consistently put out good stuff, and I can't wait to see what else they come out with in the future. Good old Capcom. They sure did do a good job of encapsulating our childhoods very well. Here we got Street Fighter, one of the most contested best fighting games probably of all time, because of good reason. It's sprite mechanics and just textures, and the way the encapsulated arcade fighting style was just beyond its years. And another game here, DuckTales. You know, so many children used to watch that show, and then the movies and the different history behind Disney's different forms of media. This was a beautiful thing all on itself, having a DuckTales game. Those days are long gone, and this is what I'm really talking about here, is the glory and beautiful history of gaming that we have here. You know, and even Marvel teamed up with Capcom. You know, they got their titles, Marvel vs. Capcom, etc. And, you know, this game, War of Gems, was a game that me and my brother had grew up on. This game right here, you know, you could play as the Hulk, the Wolverine, Iron Man, you know, Captain America, Spider-Man. This was a really cool lineup of characters and, you know, heroes to play as, especially with the Capcom mechanics that they had at the time. It was just something else, man. Me and my brother Ethan would play this game a lot. And I still play it still to this day, you know, and I thank Capcom for all their hard work and everything that they've done. And, you know, I wish games were like this more often, but, you know, we'll just have to see what else Capcom has for us in store in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This has been a Morgan Con production. If you like this video, drop a comment below, leave a like, maybe subscribe. If you want more content, let me know. If y'all got something that y'all would like to see in future videos, leave that in the comment section down below. Until next time, this has been Morgan Con.
Terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man.